Is this thing on? Oh, okay. Hey everyone, JL here from the Four Beardsmen of the Apocalypse. So, I had an idea for a video today. Something new. Figured I'd take some time to show you guys what I do for a living. Like, how does one of the beardsmen pay the bills? So I figured I'd kind of walk you through what we do. So I'm here at work today. I'm about to walk in and do what's called a make ready on an apartment. Any of you listeners out there who live in apartments, this is what is done before you move in. So I'll kind of give you a look at as to what goes into it. So here we go. I'm walking in right now. Now the trash out has already been done on this. The previous residents already moved out, so I hope there's nothing left in here. But here we are. So we're in this apartment, and we're gonna do what's called a make ready. Basically, we're gonna turn it and make it so the next person can move in. So here we go. So the first thing we're gonna do is I got all my stuff, all my gear that I'm going to end up using. Some various things in there that I might need. And we're going to glove up, because you never know, just in case. So, take my ring off, because those will shred my gloves. And here we go. And we got our mask on, because you never know. Okay. We'll glove up, because we don't want to touch anything that the previous resident might have left with our bare skin, because you never know what could be on it. So here we go. Let's take a walk through. So the first thing we do is kind of just look at everything, get a sense of what we're going to be dealing with before we make our list. As we can see, this is a 1-bedroom, 1-bath, single closet. It's not looking too bad in here. I've seen some really, really bad ones where the resident is really not cared about, the fact that it's not their property. They're just renting it. So we check stuff out. Never know what we might find. Check out that tub. I think we got a jar over there. We're going to get rid of that. There's the AC panel where the air handler sits. All right, gonna walk through. Come over here to the kitchen. I'll set that there. Set that there. Take a look at our faucet. Uh-oh, a little bit of a drip. We'll have to fix that. Oh, dish set. Well, cute. That's going to have to go in the trash. And, it's a cute little mug. All right. So we found a couple things. Let's check that dishwasher. Yeah, it's empty. Check under the oven here. Yep. No pots and pans remaining. Uh-oh. Yeah. That's going to have to come out. Too bad. It's clean. I've seen them really, really bad. But these cracks result from the distance from the stove to the actual microwave. It gets too hot, and over time, these crack. And as we can tell, this is an older model Whirlpool, so it's been there quite a while. So we'll end up taking that out and putting in a vent hood, because that clearance just doesn't sit very well to put another microwave in there. We don't want to lose another one, so we'll pull this out and we'll put a vent hood in. And if the resident wants, we may end up giving them a smaller, non-connected microwave. We'll check the fridge. Sometimes this can be scary, but it's not today. Oh, got a crack in the butter shield. So, but otherwise, looks pretty good. Everything's in there right. Good times. Oh, how sweet. They even turned the ice machine off. That was nice. Sometimes we come in here and they're so full of ice, because people just don't care sometimes. Check the closet. What do we got? Oh, we got some hangers. Cool. All right. And what's this? Huh. To be honest, I somewhat recall what that thing is, but I don't really remember what the name of it is. Oh, we got a bag. Don't know what's in it. And I think we had some other things. What do we got? Well, an empty bag. And what looks like an air filter. Looks like a 12, yeah. It's a 12 by 24. Yep. So well, at least they were changed out their own air filters. That's a very, very smart thing. Always got to remember to change out your air filters once a month at minimum. What is this? Oh my God, it's a human head. Actually, it looks like Marilyn Monroe. What is this? I swear. It is Marilyn Monroe. Look at that. The things you find when you're doing trash outs. Real interesting. And, oh, there's something else in there too. What is that? What's going on in there? Another Marilyn Monroe. Huh. Cute. Obviously, I think it's stuck to the wall. So, but yeah. Any Marilyn Monroe fans out there? Interesting stuff. What's that? 1988. Wow. Old. Slit in the mouth. Having for a bank? Hard to say. Don't know. Very weird. You find all kinds of interesting stuff when you're doing these things. But yeah. So we've done a quick walkthrough. So now we're actually going to grab our pen and make a list as to what needs to be done. So the things we check, now that we've gone through and we've made sure there's no more garbage or anything, is we go from one spot in the apartment and all the way through so we don't make sure that we don't miss anything. And typically I like to start at the front door and just work my way down piece by piece. Just to make sure I don't miss anything, make sure everything is covered, because we want the next resident who comes in here to be happy and not have any issues when they first walk in. So here, we're going to start at the front door. Check it out. Very cool. So this thing is really, really old. This is a hinge stopper. And it looks really, really old. We have much newer ones, better ones. And we can see that this one has done some damage here to the actual trim. So we're going to replace that. And we're going to end up filling that. So that looks a heck of a lot better. And then we're going to check this peephole. Peephole is really dirty and it's got paint in there. And you want to be able to see clearly. So we're going to end up replacing that peephole. We're going to have to cut that out of there. These locks, good. Now these are the basic security amenities. The resident, after they move in, will be able to add whatever they want to it. If they want to add additional chains, bars, whatever, security system, they're allowed to do that. So we're going to come through here, check these lights. Entry light is good. Living room light is good. And it's got all 4 bulbs, it's got its chains, and the fan is going. It's dirty, but housekeeping will be in here later. We have a third one here. What is this? This goes to that outlet over there. That'll turn that outlet on and off. We have a lot of these. In much older apartments, we get a lot of these. Now we check this outlet down here. Okay, good. Nice and tight. Over here, check this one. Uh-oh. We'll have to tighten that outlet down. Well, looks like we got some damage to the baseboard here, but it looks like it's just paint. So we'll end up stripping all that off and then coming in here and repainting it. Okay, so just paint. It's right off. Good to go. Oh, so we're going to change these blinds out because these are the old cordless ones. The cordless ones can be dangerous. Little kids, these things go all the way down. Little kids can get caught in them, and we don't like that. And new parents certainly don't like that. So we're going to change these out. We're going to change these out with some cordless ones. This looks to be a 31-inch, but we always verify just to make sure. I've done so many of these, I know it's a 31, but we're actually going to check. Let's find out. So we're going to measure it. 31. Just like that. So we're going to pull those out and put some 31-inch cordless in. Something else I've noticed. Holes here from where the previous resident hung stuff up. We're going to fill those holes with Gap. Gap is something we use, very, very simple. It hardens up, it's waterproof. A lot of people know it as caulk. I know I have some here somewhere. Here, yeah, there it is. So, so we're gonna use our DAP, or GAP, or caulk, or quick seal. We're gonna use that to fill those tiny little holes, because it'll make sure that moisture doesn't get into them and doesn't damage the sheetrock underneath. All right, oh, look at that. Yeah, thumbtacks and stuff get left behind, more holes. So we'll end up filling those. We come over here. Oh, here's an outlet. We'll check this outlet. Oh, also loose. Have to tighten that down. Coaxial. Yeah, and nice and tight, which it should be. Usually there's toggle bolts in there. Oh, here's the light to the patio. Let's check it out. Does it work? It does. Yay. Fantastic. All right. Come over here to our vertical rack. Vertical rack with our vertical blinds. Let's take a look. We'll measure this. I'm pretty sure that this is 66 inches. Might be 78. Oh, it is 78. Yeah, it's 78. 78-inch vertical rack, just in case we need to replace that. But it looks to be in good shape, so we test it. Make sure she closes, and she does. No drag. However, we are going to have to replace some of these vertical blinds. See these vertical blinds here? Held on by tape. Previous resident did that. That's okay. These things cost $3 a pop, so typically some of the less able to residents will simply try to hang them themselves. They'll tape them up, or they'll put little shims in there to keep them attached. So we know we're going to need to replace this one here, because this one's missing. And we're going to replace this one, and probably this one too. So we'll go ahead and just take that out. That's going to be trash. So I'm going to go landscape here for a sec so you get a full view of it. But pretty much, that's what we do. Now, a big thing to check is we always check. Oh, I don't like the look of that rod. That one doesn't look good. I have to replace that. Is we check to make sure that these things turn the way they're meant to. These can be a little complicated because this little clip in here, it's a little plastic clip that just slides into that slot. You can pull it out, you can put it in. But inside that slot is a little gear with teeth on it that sits along that way. And that's what these gears rotate on. If that little toothy thing is not in there, then that little gear's not in there, then it will not turn. So you got to replace the whole thing. Luckily, I have lots of spares of those. So, no deal with that. Let's take a look at our Charlie bar. Here we go. Charlie bar's in good shape. Very nice. Usually I have to replace these because residents will snap these tops off. They come off pretty easily. Got our stopper here. And look at that. She does. Very nice. You see some areas here where the building's settled. We got some cracking here on the side. We're going to end up fixing that too. It's actually a really easy fix. A little bit of compound, of wall compound. You can either get it wet or you can get it dry. The dry stuff you mix yourself. And we got some over here too. We're going to end up doing that. That's just from where the building's settled. And that takes time because this complex I work in is actually pretty old. So we're going to end up preparing that. All right. Let's go portrait. All right, because it's kind of a narrow apartment. So here we have our bifolds. Bifold doors. Check these out. Make sure they close all right. Looks good. Looks good. A little on the older side, but we don't have to replace them. Uh-oh. Looks like we got some panel issues here. Well, fortunately, we can tack nail these in. Little small nails, about yay big. They tack right into the side there, so we can reattach that. That'll work. These handles okay. Handle's a little loose. We'll have to tighten it on the other side. And then we check the other one. Are we good? She's dirty. I don't like the way that's coming off like that. That shouldn't do that. So we'll have to take a look at that. Pull that out. Check this handle. Handle's good. We'll come over here before we walk out. Smoke alarm. Always check the smoke alarms. Not a good sign. So we'll have to replace the battery in that. This one's real easy. Always remember to replace your batteries. Oh wait, this isn't a batteried one. Oh, this one just hooks up. They just disconnected it. We're gonna have to reconnect that. Oh, more stuff. Got some old cable left here. Definitely don't want this around. So we'll put that in the trash. Check this. Good. That's out. That turns off that light. That works. And the cover's not loose. There's our thermostat. Nice and cool. Which is good, because it's hot as hell where I am. Then we're going to check this. Here's your heat, off and cool. Currently it's on. You can tell, a little snowflake, that it's on cool. And then we'll do, the sound that you hear is the air handler coming on. That's the device in the bathroom that was above that panel. Turn that off, keep it on auto. Just want to make sure that handler works. There's another light switch. The panel looks nice and tight. And it works. Fantastic. Now, these older apartments, you have these, kind of a makeshift dining table is what this is. And what this thing does is it comes out right here and locks into the wall along here, right here, and right here. And you have a dining table. And we gotta make sure this thing isn't too banged up. See, we got some damage here, so we may have to end up resurfacing that. But otherwise, looks in good shape. There's an unlock mechanism underneath here. There she is. And that drops it down. And it slides right back into place. Just like that. All right, so we check these out. Come over here, behind my ladder. I'm gonna need those to reach those holes up there in that wall. Oh, something else left behind. This is actually pretty handy. We may be able to use that in the shop. See if those outlets actually still work. So set that there. Check this outlet here. Outlet's good. Nice and tight. Looking good here. Come through. Our cabinetry looks pretty good. Looks like they kept good shape of it. What we're going to do now is check these. We got loose knobs. Loose knobs. Lots of loose knobs. We have to tighten all those down. Yep. Loose knobs. Check these. Tight. That's the garbage disposal. Garbage disposal switch. We'll check that in just 1 second. Check our faucets. Cold comes on. Aerator's working. So we had a little bit of a drip earlier, which means that most likely one of the gaskets that's in here is actually the valve, and the gasket on it is failing. It's letting water through. So we'll check this. Hot water comes on. Cold water comes on. Yay! That's good. We are going to need a sink strainer. See, we got our disposal cover, but we're missing a sink strainer, so we'll need to grab one of those. There's a GFCI. GFCI, you know, because it has the test, and it has the green light that it's functional. Nice and tight. Need to have at least one of those per apartment. Very important. Check our dishwasher. Nothing in there. No standing water. Close it up. This is the one that auto locks, so you can't reopen it. Give that a test. Make sure we don't hear anything strange. And we're good to go there. Check our pantry. Doorknob looks good. No major dents from banging into the wall, but we are missing a door stopper right there that will keep this from hitting that wall. We don't want that. So we're going to replace that door stopper. And shelving looks good. Excellent. Come to the stove. This is typically every time we deal with this, we have to pull out these elements. They slide right into those sockets there. And we're going to have to replace these drip pans. These drip pans tend to get really gross really fast. A lot of people will wrap them in tin foil, but some people don't. Just don't feel the need. So we pull these elements out, and then we'll just take these, and these bad boys are going to go in the garbage. We'll replace these. These are really, really cheap. So we're not going to worry too much about those. We'll replace those four. We definitely have to pull this microwave out, considering we have, pieces falling off of it. So we'll pull this microwave out and replace it with a vent hood. Really, really simple install. It just means, oh, look at this. Interesting. Never know what you can find. What is this? Whoppers. A jar of candy. Now and later's Whoppers. Huh. That's adorable. Dum-dums. You never know what you can find. It's wild. This is so cute. I love this. That's adorable. So we'll end up disconnecting this. As you see, the microwave is already unplugged. We'll end up disconnecting this outlet, pulling that out, and then taking those wires and pulling them down behind here. Once we get this out, it'll come through that wall, and then we'll hook up the vent hood, and that'll unfortunately just be a dead outlet. That's what we're going to end up doing there. Oh, more loose knobs. No, we're good there. Let's check up above this fridge. Sometimes, oh, look at that. What is this? Movies. Who keeps, what are the movies above the fridge? Oh, that's just a box. Movies. What is this? Jennifer Lopez. Amanda Bynes. That's so wild. You never know what you're going to find. We'll have to pull those out of there. And we see in here, this is definitely going to need a new paint job, because we got to paint that rail, make it look nice and pretty. But we got everything off. We're looking good there. And it's a little dirty. Housekeeping will take care of that. Check our doorknob. No dents. Uh-oh. Got a dent. We're going to replace that. We'll pull those out. Make sure our fridge handles are nice and tight. Excellent. Looking good. Come over here. Here's this light. Turns off the kitchen. Excellent. Nice and tight. Looking good. Oh, we forgot about this outlet too. Let's check this outlet. Very good. All right. Now, and we are here back at the front door. We see we have a door stopper here for our door. Right here, but there's paint on it. It's rusty and gross. Not a fan of that. I'll pull that out. I'll put a brand new one in. Make it look nice and spiffy. And of course, more holes. We'll end up filling those. Make sure that they're taken care of. Make the place look nice and sweet. Well, that's pretty much my day. That's what I do. Make places livable for the people moving into them. It's a lot of fun. I do enjoy it. I thought you guys might like to kind of see what it was about as well, see kind of like what I did. If you did, hit the like button, hit subscribe. I really appreciate it. And of course, I'll see you guys next Sunday on the Four Beardsmen of the Apocalypse. And other than that, I'm going to get started on this. So until then, we'll see you next time. Be safe, be excellent to each other. Yeah, I'll have a good one.